All right. Welcome. It's a really good day, Todd, isn't it?
Yeah, this music's fast. It's like a
Like,
caffeine music.
dose of coffee, but also a pretty cool day for us. We're seeing the launch of a new skills course at scrum.org.
Mhm.
Todd and I are teaching that. Check out the notes below. Check out the description for a link to all that stuff. I'm sure to like and subscribe, all that. New series, we're going to be talking about product backlog management in theme with the new course here. And Todd's teed up a really cool topic here. Know your users with user role modeling. Todd, what is this user role modeling stuff that you're bringing forward?
Yeah, so a lot of people use user stories or job stories. Even if you're not doing that, it's really good to identify who your users are, right? That who's using your product. This is something that I've done quite a bit in the trenches with teams as I've built and worked with product backlogs. And so we're gonna actually walk through how you would do this. And so you could do this with your Scrum team. You could do this with stakeholders. But our example that we're going to use today is people that would come to our YouTube channel, right? The Agile for Humans YouTube channel. We have a lot of playlists out there. And so the first part of an activity that could use to do this user role modeling or identifying your users is a brainstorming activity, right? So anybody that you can think of coming to the Agile for Humans YouTube website or your product, insert your product there, we're going to brainstorm and shout them out loud. So right away, Ryan, I'm going to say, let somebody looking to pass the PSM1 exam might come to our YouTube website. Who else can you think of?
People just looking for like our free Scrum course, right?
Yeah.
The Scrum, getting started with Scrum.
Yeah, and then I guess we could say experienced Scrum Masters.
Yeah. People looking for podcast content, but they can't use a podcast tool while they're in their current location. We see a lot of that too.
Yeah.
Podcast content, EBM course.
EBM to learn about EBM. Maybe we could put to learn about EBM, to learn about Kanban, to learn about Agile, to learn about Scrum, right?
Yep. Definitely a lot of that going on.
Cool. I guess, with experienced Scrum Masters, we could have new Scrum Masters too.
Yep.
And that could lead us to people that want to be Scrum Masters.
People who have questions, they pop up quite a bit too, right?
Questions. My spelling is on today. People looking for tips.
We send current students as well for supplemental information and help.
Yeah. Maybe new students.
Yeah, new students.
New students that are going to come into a class. And so now that I feel like I'm slowing down a little bit. I'm not sure if you are, but as we kind of slow down, what we do is look for some natural categories for these things.
Sure.
So could we potentially say new Scrum Masters, experienced Scrum Masters, and want to be Scrum Masters? Could we maybe categorize them as Scrum Masters?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you could take that whole second row, Todd, and just say Agilists looking for, just Agilists in general.
Yeah. Because we do have that safe content on here, right?
Breaking the safe with Yuval. Yep.
And maybe this, because we have some other things and we had some EBM stuff, because we could probably expand upon this and say free EBM course, right?
Sure.
We could be people looking for free training.
Yeah.
Or maybe we could say tips. Maybe we could just say free information seekers, right?
Yeah, even the people with questions would fit there too, right?
Yeah.
By the way, nothing wrong with seeking free information. We're glad you're here.
That's why we created it, right?
We
We also
target it.
do have paid information seekers because we have more advanced channels, so we could probably classify that.
Sure.
So I'm gonna put this down here too, and maybe this, right?
Yep.
And maybe we have one just for students, like our students, Agile human students. And
Surprisingly, other trainers send their students to our content too. So maybe, yeah, we
it's
can
just
go either way, right?
yeah, maybe it's just students. Maybe we just put that. So now that we've wind down and we've really categorized, I'm sure we've missed things. We're trying to do this a little bit quickly for YouTube video. You can see we've really identified 4 different categories of people that would come to the Agile for Humans YouTube website: Agilist, student, Scrum Master, free information seeker. I'm sure with Scrum Master we could put product owner and developers there as well if we wanted to have its own category. We've identified categories of users, right? This is what we would use in our user stories or our job stories or however you want to write your PBIs.
Could help build a proto persona.
You could, yeah, and you could extend this. You could take this and build proto personas.
Yeah.
And as a product owner, really, if you were looking, there might be a time where you want to concentrate on Agilists. You might want to peel the can of this back, and instead of just saying as an Agilist, you might want to say as a person looking for Scrum, because we've done that in the past. We've targeted very specific things here, but it's nice to have the categories, right? So this would be the foundation of your user for your user stories or your job stories. You can drill down into the categories if you're deciding to invest in anything in particular.
Well, and Todd, I think you can even use these as like an EBM tie-in. You and I have had discussions, and I think it's okay to talk about this. And we're at that 20,000-ish subscriber count as of the recording of this video. And I have wondered, well, what would it take to go to 50? What would we have to do to expand the reach? And so when you start setting goals like that, from an EBM standpoint, then you got to look at who you're delivering value to and like where the satisfaction gaps are. And are there groups of people that we could close that gap with and increase the subscriber number and all of those things, right? So I think there's really, while it looks like a super simple tool, it's got ties into product development. It's got ties into proto persona discussions. It has ties into EBM and goal setting and all of those great things. And just sitting back and thinking about who are the people coming to your product, to your site, or using your stuff, really powerful technique to start kind of thinking about a good hypothesis you're working towards going forward, right?
Yeah, and you know who you're targeting, right? Notice here, this is not internally facing. We wouldn't say as Ryan or as Todd, right? We want to know the people that are going to be the consumers of what we're building, right? And do this with your teams. It's a really easy exercise. It creates some empathy towards who your users are. It leads to those discovery conversations like you were talking about, Ryan, for product backlog management or for general product management discussions.
Absolutely. All right. I think that's a good look at knowing your users with user role modeling. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know what you think. We're certainly interested in whether or not this was helpful. So we love your comments. Be sure to check out the new Professional Scrum Product Backlog Management Skills course. Todd and I are teaching it. It's on the schedule. Check out the description for a link to check that out as well. For Todd, I'm Ryan. Go forward. Think about your customers and who they are. Get some good personas built. Target them. Conquer the world. We'll see you next time.